Aaron Rodgers in a press conference today, and I'm going to put these into more asterisks than I am one long quote. But Aaron Rodgers, quote, a lot of drops, a lot of bad route decisions, running the wrong route. We've got to get better in that area. Quote, the young guys, especially young receivers, we've got to get way more consistent. Last quote, if you keep dropping the ball, you're not going to be out there. So hot take, is Aaron Rodgers being too critical of his young wide receivers?
Let me go first.
Oh, yeah.
So my love for Rodgers has grown tremendously over the last year. His long hair, his persona is great. He had an interview with Pardon My Take, which was hilarious. He took some blows, which I loved. The guy, he's got a good head. He's funny. He's got a good sense of humor to him. He kind of just says what he wants. This is expected. You can't be surprised from this. So no, I don't think it's too harsh because it's Aaron Rodgers. Like, for the fact that we're even, I'm giving it a hard time, but for the fact that it's even a topic of discussion is kind of crazy to me. Like, duh. Now, if Brady came out and said that, I'd be like, whoa. Like, if Brady's saying that, those guys suck. Because Brady doesn't say stuff like that, publicly. You can't have a Sam Darnold come out and say that. You can't have a Baker come out and say that. So the rest of the league right now, it's Rodgers and Brady who are kind of your old heads, and Russell. Those are the only three that, to me, would get away with saying it. Nobody else is going to say it right now. Nobody has the ability to say that. They're too young, too new. Even Joey Burrow can't say that. He doesn't have the take to say that. Aaron can say that. And I know it's like, well, just because he can say that doesn't make it right. Well, no. Look, like, that's sometimes, look, if it's we've been talking about it in practice. I've talked to you in practice. It hasn't worked. I'm going to take it to the media. He knows what he's doing. He knows what's going to happen. He knows when he says something, how it reacts. So there's a rhyme to reason for it, right? If everyone starts saying that, those wide receivers are either going to, look, if you don't catch the ball, you're not going to be here. He's not wrong. He's not telling a lie, right? So I like it.
Okay, so here's my thought process. Is Aaron Rodgers is the NFL MVP, okay? The Packers got rid of Devontae Parker. They let him go to the Raiders. So he now has the likes of Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins, and there's another player there that's his veteran wide receiver core. If you're a young wide receiver coming in and you're getting scolded like this by Aaron Rodgers in the public, it's a little bit of a detriment to your confidence. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers, and I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I just want to point that out. I love that guy.
Steve wore his dress to the show. Continue.
Yeah. But look, that's those are comments that the head coach should be making. Give the quarterback and the wide receivers a little bit of the meeting room. I wouldn't just air that dirty laundry this early in the preseason. I just think it was a little bit aggressive, and some of these kids could easily get in their head and they could just start, just playing tight. He needs wide receivers. Don't bash these kids to the media. If you want to bash them in the meeting room, if you want to bash them when you're going over film, bash them, but don't do it in front of a microphone. That just seems a little bit silly, especially considering a couple of these guys are rookie and 1-2 year guys. It doesn't feel like it's conducive to building what you're trying to accomplish here. Maybe pushing them. Maybe, but you got a head coach for that. You got a wide receivers coach for that. You have an offensive coordinator that's going to be in front of a microphone too. Maybe you could be the one last guy who's not just taking swipes at him. That's my thought.
You said Devontae Parker, not Adams, first of all, and they roasted.
No, Devontae Adams. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Gosh, which loses all credibility for your argument. So I agree with what you're saying, and I defended that in my argument of like, look, another quarterback can't come out and say that. It's not their job to do that. If you're Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and even Russell, right? You're the excluded few that are allowed to come out and say that. And if they are coming out and saying that, it's okay. And there's two. That's his personality. Again, I wouldn't expect Tom to do that. That's not how Tom operates. That's how Aaron operates. As an organization, you invest in Aaron because of his talent and because of who he is. That's what you get. And he creates. Look, the guy can win sometimes outside his choking when he chokes, but I'm okay with it. I think you're being a little soft. I don't know what happened to you, Steve. I don't know if it's just I think they're wearing on you and you're afraid to say what you want to say because I can tell. I know the chat can be ruthless, But
Oh my
I
God.
disagree with you here. This is the first time
All
I've
right.
disagreed in a very long time. But I think you're being soft. I think you're wrong on this, and I'm upset that you went this direction. You're
upset.
better. I think you'll sleep on it tonight, and you'll realize, like, yeah, that was a bit of a soft take. That it wasn't.
I'll wake up in the error of my
It
own,
was he
ways.
didn't say any names. There wasn't any direct comments. It was very passive, right? Which I'm not a fan of. I've mentioned in the past. But in these circumstances, I feel like when you're the leader, you have the ability and you have a platform. You can do those kind of things, and you want to kind of rile up the bunches a little bit, rile the feathers up. You take advantage of it. See how if the wide receivers can't handle that and they get in their feels, how the hell do you expect them to do anything? That your argument is so just misplaced. I can't even right now. Their feelings get hurt, and
Well, that's because you're only a fan of odd numbers.
no. And if their confidence goes down, like what do you mean if their confidence? If this breaks their confidence, they have no shot. No shot. Fans are way more ruthless. What were they saying to Deshaun and Duval just a week ago? What were they saying to Deshaun?
Oh, God, no. We're not going down that
Okay,
path.
my point.
No
and
shot.
again, like I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that, but the fans are ruthless. If you can't handle your own quarterback, who you know wants you to be successful, if that's going to hurt your feelings,
Not hurt their feelings. I'm saying
have their
diminish some of
confidence be
confidence.
diminished? No, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Hurt feelings. You lost. This is an L. I'm taking the W.